Ben. Ben is still about to come into the game. Yeah, welcome back to the stream of the third match of the day. I'll have a quick look if the stream is back on. It's not yet there. Here it comes up. So, this match will be between Frederick versus Ben. Very interesting
Yeah.
matchup. Both players are, I would say, pretty good.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
They're definitely very good, yeah. Christoph, you can just mute your microphone and
yeah,
stay and listen to the conversation if you want. You
yeah.
don't have to leave the channel.
yeah, that's right.
Um,
That's what I will do.
okay.
Definitely. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the cast.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frederick obviously he was like one of the top players in the group. I think just because he had like this holiday break and just recently got HOTS, he's not maybe on his best form, which well, not trying to take away credit from Andre because he played a brilliant match, but I think Frederick was not on top of his game. Uh, Maybe, I'm not sure.
That
That's
is
my
true.
guess.
I mean, I'm
Um,
pretty sure he wasn't aware of the Nexus cannon.
yeah.
Because after the first match I saw he was asking what that sphere is doing that the mothership core is producing, dropping there on the map, and
Yeah.
well, it's pretty tough if you don't know what something is doing. Suddenly you have a big bubble over your units, and you're like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do? What is
What
it?
is
This
this?
thing gonna do to me?
Okay, but Ben actually, yeah, not. I think he's played a lot of HOTS. He's in Platinum, so I think as it stands, even though in the group, obviously Frederick is ahead, but I think Ben is actually the favorite right now today.
Yeah, I think so. Also, as you said, since Frederick has no HOTS experience, uh, things have changed. Like, there's only a few new units on each side, but other units or skills have been changed. Some things need research, some things don't need research. There's a lot of difference. For example, the Void Rays,
Yeah.
that they don't have the automatic charge anymore, but a manual overcharge, basically. These kind of things. And that can influence the game's play massively.
We do have both players ready. I think we're ready as well. We're
Yeah,
gonna see a TVZ as it stands, or as it looks like.
it is
Um,
TVZ, and the players are ready, so we're gonna start the game.
yeah, the game is full of bugs, people, which is nice to see. Um, And yeah, the map is Antigua Shipyard. It's one of the more old school maps in this tournament. Obviously still the map pool from the Wings of Liberty, but nonetheless I think the Heart of the Swarm kind of gameplay is good on this as well.
Yeah.
Works pretty nicely.
I've always liked Antigua Shipyard. It's you have a very safe secondary base here. Like you can build on your natural, close the ramp if you have a Zerg enemy.
Yeah, and even the third is pretty safe as well. I mean, you have the rocks there, which is a secondary entrance into them, but still, like, that's not too far away from the other entrance.
That's true.
Anyway, let's introduce the players. So on the top left position at approximately 11 o'clock, we've got our pink Zerg, and it's Ben.
And in the bottom right, on the 5 o'clock position, we have the blue Terran fRekvi, who is Frederick.
Yeah, and unfortunately I'm not too familiar with the PvZ matchup, but I think we're gonna do just fine as two Protosses casting this game.
Yeah, TVC matchup. I suppose we can bring up enough knowledge to give our viewers a decent and interesting cast. Now, as we've said before, both players are experienced in StarCraft. Frederick not so much in HOTS, uh, but we will see. I think it will be a very interesting series here.
Oh
Hopefully
wow,
we're gonna
look
see
at that.
3 matches.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but we do have a double proxy barracks coming up. It's actually a very nice position for
Yeah,
Frederick there, I think. It is a cross spawn only in this Antigua Shipyard version, and Ben doesn't seem to know that as his overlord is kind of going the roundabout way of scouting, but Frederick seems to know that, I think.
Yeah, but Ben will know soon enough because fRekvi didn't actually block his base with supply depots. So
Yeah.
Ben will see, well, he will see that there's nothing to see, and that should make him realize, oh fuck, there's something coming up closer to my base. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna scout around for any proxy play now, and you can see already his drone. There's
But
no
yeah.
secondary.
He really like has to get some units going
Oh,
soon. He did go for the hatch first, and the spawning pool is only halfway done right
if you
now.
look at the scout, he will find those barracks in the next 5 seconds, but the first bunker is being built in on his natural. He's pulling down drones to defend, and he is going to succeed. This
Oh,
bunker
very
is
nice
not
job
going to
picking off
finish.
the SCV. That's very crucial because he has to stop that bunker from going up. That's his main goal right now.
Yeah. There is, however, 2 Marines and still the SCV. The SCV is going down any second, then the bunker will not finish before he can take it out. The Marines, one Marine actually got killed
Nice.
without any damage done. Very
Yeah,
nice
that was a
here.
trade of 1 Marine and for 2 units. That's a pretty nice trade.
Yeah, I think
The
Ben
links
is
are out
defending
now.
really nicely here.
Yeah, that's a really nice defense. And the bunker is like far from finished and he had to cancel it. He sees that he couldn't be able to do anything. There's even two more Marines coming in, but they're probably just misrallied and forgotten about.
One
They're gonna
Zergling,
die.
2 Zerglings died in total. No workers lost for Ben. That was a really nice defend. He basically did more damage to fRekvi, who was supposed to be in the better position here.
Yeah, it
And
was definitely nicely done. And now frederick, like you said, is actually so far behind. He doesn't have an expansion up. He's trying to float his barracks back, building another 2 barracks in his main just to defend whatever's gonna come there. And he needs to move his marine
oh, the
inside.
Marine is outside. Yeah, he's not gonna survive long. No, he wanted, but he know he couldn't get through because it was closed. I
Oh no.
guess. Oh god, this can end badly for fRekvi now. He's gonna have to repair all those supply depots. Even though it's only 4 Zerglings, they cannot do too much damage, but there's the next pack of 6.
Yeah, all the time repairing is also time
Lost
that's not
mining
being
time.
used to mine exactly. And
And
now
it's...
the barracks are down, 1 Marine is up, and he'll be able to hold this. But he lost
Yeah.
so much in this whole engagement.
Also, the repair costs are quite steep if you have to do this constant repairing.
Yeah,
No.
and I'm kind of interested to see what Ben actually goes for now. He is getting some link speed, and I feel he can probably choose to throw down like a Baneling nest or something, and then go for a nice Baneling bust.
Yeah, that is certainly a viable option. A Widow Mine would be good for fRekvi here. It could take out so many Zerglings with one shot because they're so crowded.
Definitely, but he needs a lot of time to get there actually, because he's not actually mining any, well, he's mining from 1 gas, but he doesn't have that much gas at the
Oh,
moment. He needs to build the factory as well.
yeah, that's true. And as we can see, the Baneling nest coming up with and link speed. fRekvi sure will need a Widow Mine if he wants to survive this attack, because the Widow Mine can actually boss so many Banelings at once. I think I've seen a lot of Banelings pop at some point, and I believe it was a Widow Mine, that this can help him survive this attack.
There's even a roach roaring coming up behind this to back this up. It's a nice play, a nice choice from Ben, who knows he can put on the pressure right now.
Yeah, fRekvi is in a very precarious situation here. He's not gonna be able to do much. He doesn't have much units, and there's so many Zerglings by now. Morphing into Banelings, 6 of them.
Oh, and there's
fRekvi
one
is sending a
scouting
scout.
marine, that's crucial. He
He
sees
will...
the banelings.
He does, but there's not much he can do against.
Yeah, there's really not much he can do against. He trying to position himself pretty spread out. Gets a couple of banelings.
The Banelings are stuck, and the buildings, but still once 2 supply depots go down, and the whole attack gets cleaned up so nicely. I would have not expected that.
That's a very nice defense there. He did lose a lot of SCVs in that engagement, but he is still hanging on, even though it's still looking grim for him. He's still surviving, and that's the main point for
Yeah,
fRekvi right
he's
now.
supply blocked, however. That is never a good thing, because he lost the 2 supply depots, but he's working on fixing that. In the meantime, what's the army supply saying? 18 for Ben, 15 for fRekvi. Ben is still ahead, especially with those roaches. There's not too much fRekvi can do. He only has 2 marauders. That's not enough for this
Yeah,
amount
and
of
he's
roaches.
pushing across the map because he knows he will lose a macro battle if he's trying to go for it.
Oh,
So he's
absolutely.
not even expecting that there's already a third on its way. So he's just going straight for the natural, and he's gonna see how much there is, and he's pretty much going for broke. He's actually gonna clean up these roaches.
Doing
right now,
nice
but
job
there's
on the
more
roaches indeed. As long as he has those marauders, he may stand a chance. But it's just too much. He has to pull back now. He may lose a marauder if he's unlucky.
Yeah, those a lot of roaches just popped, really throwing him off there, and he
Ah.
knows he can't attack into this, and is trying to back away. There's even a queen going halfway across the map.
2 roaches in the front are getting picked up. Nice. So
Nice
much for
use
the
of
Vanguard.
vision there. That was really nice. Nicely done from fRekvi. Just trying to get as much possible damage as he can.
Does he have? Yeah, he does have concussive shells, so his marauders are actually a lot stronger than they are without. The slowing down of the enemy units is crucial for those marauders.
We still have that queen slowly moving its way across the map.
Now fRekvi has the factory. I want to see Widow Mines here on the edges of the defense. They can do so much to help him save this game. Overseer coming in. He could use a... no, he doesn't have enough energy for Contaminant, but he just wants to scout around. And
Yeah, he did see the 4 barracks, he did see the factory, and he did also see, which is important, that there's not many additions to the barracks or the factory as well, which is important as well.
this is changing right now though. Another tech lab coming down. fRekvi does need those marauders, but he's supply blocked. Once again, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and unfortunately that Spire is just finishing as well for Ben, and he's gonna be able to produce some mutas if he chooses to.
Spire and upgrades for Ben. While fRekvi is still on 0-0, he doesn't have an engineering bay yet. And I think Ben may be aware of that since he has seen the most of the base.
Yeah, just Ben is just in such a strong position. fRekvi, I think he's just expecting like some pressure, that's why he's so afraid. He's staying in his base, he's not trying to expand, he's not trying to move out or anything. He's still on one base, and just like Ben is in such a comfortable position.
Yeah.
He can just sit back, mass up to 200 if he wants to, and then just go for a big attack and
Absolutely. And fRekvi is actually running from one supply block into the other. he builds a supply depot and then he gets supply blocked again.
He actually had this call down supply on one of his front supply depots there.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Not too nice on the front, because if he loses this supply depot and it's even damaged, then he will lose, what is it, 16 supply?
I believe it is, yeah, 16.
In one go. That could be very bad if he has to reproduce. Problem is, fRekvi couldn't even expand at the moment. He doesn't have the resources. He needs to pump an army because he knows Ben is coming with something really strong.
The game is looking worse and worse, but he is getting tanks, very defensive there. But those mutalisks that Ben has are going to be really nice, trying to pick off the tanks, forcing the marines out of position. I do like the Widow Mine, which is on the ramp, and actually at the bottom of the ramp as well. He could probably look to move them more toward the natural ramp, so that he can take his expansion maybe.
One could even be like, if he wants to remain inside his base defending, he could put it on the very corner of the plateau here, so it's a bit more protected. But doesn't really matter so much, because there's an Overseer with his army, so the Widow Mines probably will only get one shot before they fall. No.
That's very true, and Ben going very macro mode there. He's coming in also with his Mutalis from the
Yeah,
side,
Mutas
trying
from
to take off
behind,
this command center.
finding the army, but he's not attacking in the front as well, so he could use those Mutas as a ruse. Now the army is coming in, the first tank is taking some shots. Let's see the Widow Mines taking out a good deal of Zerglings, very nice.
And those tanks really going to town as well. And the Marines are just, even if the Mutalis came in, those Marines were in a nice position around the tanks just to defend them as well.
Very nice defense here. But as we spoke, the supply depot with the extension has gone down. And fRekvi is badly supply blocked once again.
Yeah, and actually if you look at the units lost tab, you can see that Ben at the moment lost almost twice as much in units as fRekvi. So that's just goes to show the good engagements that fRekvi always takes in these.
Yeah, certainly really nice job. Ben here is blocking the third of fRekvi with an Overlord. Doesn't really bother fRekvi that much, since he's still on one base and he hasn't built up his expansion yet. He is, however, just finishing up his command center, which was interrupted by the Muta attack, and I think he's gonna fly it over.
And this fRekvi doesn't have a starport yet still, no, that's really gonna hurt him, because look, all those Marines are really low from the stimming that they did, and he really needs some medivacs to heal them up again.
Yeah, certainly they need some some serious healing there, but look at the income of fRekvi. His base is starting to get mined out, and now I guess he will come up with a starport once he has the second base, but until then he just doesn't have many minerals coming in, so he has to spend his resources really wisely. He has to be very careful what he builds, and at the moment he does need an army.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, just looking at the supply, it's a clear story in favor of Ben all the way, just because he was able to macro so much, and yeah, Ben or fRekvi was sitting on this one base. Yeah, I think Ben just feels like he has this game, like he's on 4 base, even with the gold. I don't think he can do much to really lose this game, actually.
9 swarm hosts coming up. Oh my god. He does want to show off those new swarm host tanks that the Zergs are having. There's a
There's
Widow
another
Mine.
Mutalisk
Oh
attack.
my god, that was actually... I don't think it was intentional by Ben, but really nice. The Widow Mine has been used against those 2 changelings that were moving across.
Unfortunately as well, the Thor has changed so that it doesn't really do an area of effect attack against air anymore. It does have like powerful ground targeting attack, I believe, or you have to do this mode or something. Yeah, you have to change the mode on the Thor.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that either yet, in all fairness. Oh yeah, you have to now change. Okay, either air or ground. This can be really bad in a big fight if you wanted to attack air, and those mutas are really dangerous, especially now in Heart of the Swarms. They have been buffed, and everything that could counter them has been debuffed, it seems. Okay, nerfed. Okay, now the attack is coming in. Nice tank line defending. The Tor is not firing on the...
nice baiting connect.
Ah, this is gonna be painful for both players, but the bigger army here is, of course, by Ben. The mutas are barely going down, so I believe that Tor really did do the damage it should have done, or it could have done against the mutas. But either way, that was probably too much. Especially the swarm hosts in the back just coming in, the locusts.
Yeah, also the fact that even if fRekvi repelled this attack once again, he would still be behind, and
certainly.
Like Ben would have just been able to resupply immensely. But nonetheless, it all comes down to that first brilliant defense of Benoit against the double Rex at the start. So well done from him
Absolutely.
for that, and the rest of the game. Although it was kind of still open, like fRekvi was just so far behind he couldn't catch up.
Yeah, that was very nice. Frederick with the unfortunately failed proxy. It wasn't as much an all-in than it could have been, so he managed to kind of continue, but since he
Oh,
was trapped in one base, there was no chance for him to get back into the game unless he could have taken out a good chunk of the economy of his opponent.
so I believe we do have Daybreak as the next map. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just gonna open that up actually.
okay. So you're gonna start?
Yeah,
That's fine.
it should be in the recent ones. There it is.
So we're going into the second match of this series between Frederick and Ben.
Yeah, Ben is just asking for a minute of a break, which is fair enough. And yeah, just gonna wait for them to come back. Yeah, Frederick really has to up his game right now. I mean, he has to try to find something that he can do to really come back.
Yeah, that's true. This is gonna be a tough one. He, I don't know. I don't know what to say. What he should do. Ben is quite a good player. I think I lost against him myself. I did also lose against Frederick in the Group A though. So I would consider them skill-wise on about very similar levels. But in this case, Frederick is lacking the experience on Heart of the Swarm. He does have nice use of the Widow Mines though. So
Yeah, I
he
think
does
he
know how
was
to
really
use.
taking he's really taking a shine to them, that's for sure. Like trying to use them more and more, seeing how he can use them defensively, offensively, and so on. Um, yeah, it's I think if he just like plays some more in the next couple of weeks, he will be becoming really good. Um,
Yeah. So I suppose there needs to be more training so we can all step up a notch. I admit I'm basically never playing one versus one.
well, it's feels almost like a different game, I have to say.
Oh.
So we're just still waiting on Ben to come back. Oh no, he did say he's ready. And I guess Frederick is ready as well.
Both players ready, then we can start into this game.
So Frederick is ready for sure. Uh, okay, both players are ready. We're starting the game. Um, yeah, Ben leading 1-0 against Frederick right now. This might be a deciding map. I'm not exactly sure how the group stages, what the bracket is. But Frederick had the 2 games today, or the 2 matches. So his position was still, I think, most open, I believe. Um,
You mean in the group?
in the group, yeah.
fRekvi is on third position now before the first match. He did win against Joshua, so was he playing Joshua? Yeah, he was.
No, Ben
No,
was.
Ben was
Hold on.
playing. Oh,
Ben
that
was
means
playing
that
Joshua.
Ben can overtake. It depends on who wins this game now, and that would mean the players would end up on either place 3 or 4, which doesn't really make much of a difference because both players would still advance.
Hmm. Well, it does make a position in the brackets in what kind of like branch you come in.
Oh, certainly,
That's for
but
sure. And yeah, also keep in mind that the fourth place of the Group A has to face Thomas next. So
oh, so it's oh my god. Okay, so it's actually a lot of depending on this win after all. So it's
I'm
basically
just
who
pointing it out.
loses this game will be out of the tournament or will get into the loser bracket right after.
Well, it's still a chance to do some cheese against Thomas, I believe.
Yeah, maybe, but I think he's quite resistant towards cheese. Anyway, to get into the game, we have starting in the top right position at approximately 1 o'clock, the blue Terran fRekvi playing as fRekvi.
Yeah, and in the bottom left position, we've got our pink Zerg leading 1-0 at the moment, and it's Ben going as the alias of Even,
Yeah,
or
very
EVN.
nice block off here. Ben doesn't get any scouting information. He does get some attack on the SCV, but it's not gonna be enough. Oh, the SCV comes out. Oh, maybe he actually manages to take out the SCV. No, he doesn't care.
It's gonna be used for scouting now as well. It's pretty nice timing on that. Maybe a bit lucky, maybe planned, we won't know. But nonetheless, there's a Marine coming out denying Further's hacking array of the supply depot, I guess. And the drone realizes that and he has to back off.
Yeah, the spawning pool finishing in a couple of seconds for for Ben. And we have a Reaper for fRekvi. Very interesting choice.
Oh yeah, I like that, especially because of the regeneration that the Reaper
Yeah,
has. In Heart of the Swarm, it's really nice to go in and do some
and
poking in and out, kind of try and get a few probes out again, regenerate, you know, this kind of
they do
play.
not require tech labs anymore, so you can build them straight away.
Yeah, that's true as well. It's
And
very nice.
especially, I think that means with a reactor you can produce 2 at a time, so you can actually build a decent army of Reapers, and they are still really nice against workers because of their mobility. Especially if you have the tech upgrade that they're faster.
Yeah, there is a queen out now for Ben in his main. He's gonna
Yeah.
preparing for it. It's kind of moving off to the north a little bit. I'm not sure why, but
Binecrawler coming in as well. Well,
I think he's expecting this.
in
He
all
must be.
fairness, yeah. That Reaper is not gonna do much here. Maybe he can go into the main, but then there's the Queen to pick him off. One Reaper just cannot do much here. Also, there's only this one little spot where he can go up next to the ramp. Um, this can be
Yeah,
fairly
it's
easily
actually.
defended. He cannot go in straight into the mineral line.
Yeah, you're completely right. It's not actually the best map for like some Reaper harass because on other maps where you've got the whole side, like for example, Antigua would have been nice for it actually, where you could have like walked up the
Absolutely.
little side choke there, the little where the smoke is on the base. That would have been nice,
Double
but
Evo block off of Ben here in the front. Roach Warren coming as well as a choke point. I'm not sure if that's such a great idea. If fRekvi comes in with an attack, his ranged units will be strong enough. He's blocking off entirely. Interesting.
there's the 4 Reapers trying to do some damage.
Yeah, they may be able to
Trent.
take out the Queen. Nice job there. There's one Zergling. He should take it out. Yeah, he does. Now the Queen is going to go down. Very bad. And now fRekvi has free action on those drones, but the Queen from this expansion is coming, and now the Reapers are kind of trapped. He does pick off a few workers, very nice
Wow,
job
some
here.
nice micro from him with that.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, the Queen gets another Reaper.
But those Reapers are too injured to take down the Queen, so they're making their way out. He's probably gonna let them reheal, regenerate.
Yeah, he did get 4 workers in total, so it was a small victory for him there. But now that the roaches are out and so on, and like the Queen is back up, like those Reapers won't be able to do much anymore.
Yeah,
They
not
might
with the
just be used
roaches.
for scouting now, while he has them anyway. And we still don't have oh, the orbital is actually finished for fRekvi, but it's not in his place yet. That's a little bit curious.
Yeah.
And tanks as well.
Tanks, but they're a bit out in the open. Of course, there are 2 options, 2 ways into the base, so it's really difficult to defend this unless you have a wall off on one side. So he defends on this what could go through as a very open choke point.
Yeah, Ben is just taking the Xelnaga tower with his roaches there. He might want to actually scout just what attack path
Yeah.
fRekvi is going and how much units he has and this kind of thing.
Oh, he will
He
see
does
that.
have an overlord pretty close, but I don't think he scouted it yet. No, he hasn't used it yet.
The only way to see what tech fRekvi is going for is to send these roaches into the tanks. I think after the first shots he will get out, because there's no way he can attack against this. Oh, 1 roach going down, 2 almost dead. Really nice.
Oh. And the overlord, I don't know what, it's like kind of like double scouting, you know, he walks in with his roaches, then he's like, oh shit, and then the overlord, he moved it before that as well, and
Well,
comes in and, I don't know.
the roaches fulfilled the purpose of deceiving the opponent while the overlord came in from behind. Well, all he knows now is that fRekvi has an expand, which is more than he had in the last game.
Actually, that's true, yeah, but even then, Ben does have his third up now as well, starting to drone up quite nicely, transferring some drones there as well. Everything is still looking good for him. He's in a good macro position as well.
Oh, certainly. What about the mineral income? fRekvi is ahead, but it's not much. It's kind of changing back and forth, so they're pretty even actually.
The mule action for sure.
There's Blue Flame Hellions coming up for fRekvi and +1 attack, while Ben has +1 attack on missile and on carapace.
Yeah,
On
there
this
goes a
armor.
skein on the front of the natural. He does see that the 2 evolutions chambers are moving, so they are researching right now, getting the upgrades. He didn't see any army. Obviously, the army isn't there for fRekvi. And he should see the creep path as well. So he might be thinking, okay, there's a third up already as well.
Research
Yeah,
complete.
that is certainly something he can expect. I mean, as a Zerg in 12 minutes, you would normally be on 3 bases unless something really bad happened to your economy. There's 1 worker of Ben being idle at the second base. Let's see the saturation on the first base. There's only 15 workers now. He's just macroing a little bit, getting more workers, getting more income. Nice
Oh yeah, we do
saturation.
have a drone there selected. Oh, there we go. It's gonna build a spire in the natural for for Ben there. So that's gonna be used to try and pick off those tanks as well, force the Marines out of position and so on.
Oh yeah.
There's another scan. I didn't see where it scanned, unfortunately. Oh, it's in fourth position, I guess, or fifth base position.
Oh yeah.
But then Ben even is getting his fourth up on the north side, so that was a kind of wrong scan there from fRekvi.
Yeah. I don't see a starport for fRekvi yet, so no
Oh, he does
Vikings.
actually. He has it in his natural
Oh,
down the
back
right hand
there.
side
I
of it.
see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, Medivac's coming out. I hope he comes with some Vikings as well, because he will need them against those mutas that are gonna pop out as soon as the spire is done. And as we have seen
Oh,
in
and
the
there
last
was
game,
an
those mutas...
overseer of Ben just flying through the main, and he saw pretty much everything.
Oh,
So nice scouting done from Ben there.
yeah, no defense against anything up here, so maybe Ben is considering something like a drop in the back with some overlords to get into the mineral line, or the mutas could do a lot of damage here because the army will be blocked walking up, trying to make their way through to the main. All the marines, they will have to go around in corners.
Yeah, I'm curious about the use of Hydralisk actually for Ben, because I think it's not a very good composition against the siege tanks, is it? And
No, but oh, there's one roach, which is almost being left alone. It took quite a while to be
it
taken
actually
out.
almost took out the Hellions, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah, he
almost
didn't
worth
use
it
attack
to leave
move
it there.
clearly.
Yeah.
Now, Ben sees this and he decides to not engage. I guess that's just way too many tanks for him. But now, fRekvi is a bit in an open position here. Has he actually seen the army walking back? He should have if he was on the tower, yeah. Unless it was already outside of the view here on this ramp.
I'm not sure, but anyway, he is securing his third right now, and it is another orbital, of course. He's producing a lot of SCVs, transferring... No, is he transferring them? No.
No mutas yet for Ben. I wonder what he's gonna do with his spire.
Yeah, Ben is really, fRekvi is really unfortunate with the scans,
Oh,
because he seems to miss-scan a lot. Both players trying to take down the debris at the same time, and they're like, hold on, no, I don't want to fight
yeah.
that.
Well, it would have been really nice for fRekvi had he had his tanks on the other side of the debris. He could have just torn away on the army. The scan
Oh, for sure,
sees
yeah.
the top part of it. So they're basically both sitting there in their trenches on the Zelnaga towers, taunting each other over those rocks.
Yeah, that's right. We do have Ben still being in a small supply lead, but that's gonna even out the longer the game goes on as it nears the 200 supply. And actually Ben has a nice mineral bank, but the important thing is probably the gas to look at the moment. Because all the units or the gas intensive units that fRekvi needs, like tanks and so on, they're really what counts, and if he's able to reproduce them faster, that's really gonna give
Yeah.
him an advantage.
He just started saturating his third base and brought a lot of workers, probably from his main, yeah. We have Zergling streaming in on the bottom, and those bunkers are not in the perfect position to stop them. They could just go into this natural expansion and take out a lot of this. That's a good deal of Zerglings. Almost 24, and here they come. Oh my god, fRekvi is going to lose a lot of workers here, and
Yeah, nice use of hold position there as well, but now he's neglecting them. He could move them into the main or something as well to even
yeah,
try and take down some tech buildings.
fRekvi is not doing anything. He could use those Hellbats to take some shots at the Zerglings. Now they're going up into the main base. A good few taken out, but there's still workers that can be eaten. And the Hellbats, fRekvi is not really doing anything about his rally points. No, he's just walking away with the Hellbat, even though he could have done a lot of damage
Yeah,
against those
yeah.
Zerglings.
fRekvi is preferring though now in his the fifth base already of Benoit,
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
Benoit doesn't want to fight this at the moment. He is only on Roche Hydra at the moment, which is not a good composition against the sort of
No,
tank composition and Hellbat composition.
the fifth base is going down while his main is now being cleared up by the Hellbats. And he's going in. Oh, the tanks have no defense though. The tanks can get... The Zerg army goes right into the tanks and takes them out. fRekvi is pulling back, but I don't think if he should, because
Yeah,
it
they're
was
gonna
quite
go for the
painful for...
engage, and actually, I think fRekvi is gonna clean this up, but
Yes.
there will be a resupply of 22 roaches coming up
It is. That's the
Yeah.
Zerg advantage. You lose your whole army. It just takes a minute until you have it full back to 100 or 200 again. Now, Frederick is the one who's going to get cleaned up. He's flying away with his Medivacs. Is he aware of the Medivac boost?
Probably
I
not.
don't
Not
think
yet.
so, and there's one Marauder left out on the field. Take me with you guys, don't leave me alone here.
And the Thor! Don't forget the Thor! Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and the Thor.
guys! Slow down, guys! Wait for me! Yeah.
Now,
But he's actually massing up again. He did produce some Reapers, but I think those are a mistake because the hotkey changed on the grid for those Reapers, so he was probably looking to create Marauders instead and accidentally pressed the Reaper button.
oh, the hotkey change. Oh my god. So you may have wanted to do Marauders. Yeah, that's definitely possible. There are some Vikings now in the fight, but I'm not sure if he has enough to engage this right now. The first roaches fall. Yeah, very nice having the Vikings against that Viper. There is a blinding cloud down though, and Ultralisk is joining the fight, so I think this is gonna end badly for Frederick. Ben is cleaning this up. The two Thors
Yeah,
are
he's
getting...
really trying to save as much of his army as he can, but at the moment the momentum, the swing of the momentum is in Ben's favor, and he'll be able to probably take this down.
Certainly is, especially those two Ultralisks are doing all the fighting, that they're eating away on everything, destroying all the bio that Frederick has, and two more of them streaming in. Frederick only has workers to defend this. Oh, this is over.
He was
GG
even trying
called
to
by Frederick.
kill the Ultralisk with his workers, and the Ultralisk was just like hacking them away, which was
Yeah, that splash damage is pretty evil against those undefended, unarmed SCVs.
yeah. So very nice of Ben. He's taking this match 2-0 against Frederick. So we're gonna just see in a second when Christoph probably does his math of what this means for the group stage table and what the final rankings are. And then we are gonna have at least, I think, only one wild card match.
Would it be only one
Joshua,
wildcard match?
well, if Joshua's not playing and there's 3 people
Oh.
usually, but then only 2 remaining, so...
So Joshua dropped out of the wildcard match, so it's basically Andre versus myself. Is that
Did
right?
he? Sorry, guys. Did he drop out like for real, or
I am
just...
not sure, but he said he has friends over, so he
Okay.
probably
Like,
won't be
looking
playing
at
today.
He said you can
looking
check
at-
you can check the chat.
Yeah.
He said that he's not going to participate.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's just do the Andre versus Stefan then, and
Okay, I need 5 minutes.
all right. Cool. So do I really need to do the math now? Wait. Oh, actually, I think the binary beast
Frederick
does...
is still in, is he? He's still obviously in the...
Yeah,
group,
certainly.
like-
Yeah.
But he's gonna have to face since Ben. No, actually, they're on. No, Ben won 2 matches today, right?
Yeah.
and Frederick lost 2 matches.
So
But-
Ben is now ahead and on par with Piotr in points. So Frederick is on place 4, and according to Alex, he has to face Thomas now in the next matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
really unfortunate. Okay, actually, binary beast does the math automatically, but so I'm just gonna add the 2 results from earlier, and 3 results actually, and then we should know. I'm too lazy to do the math right now.
Well, I think we can use this just to take a break as well.
Yeah.
I will try and go eat something, so...
Yeah. So is that right that I have to play against
Andre.
Andre
That's
now?
correct. That's correct.
I think that doesn't change, does it? I think that's still...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just lose this one. And if Andre plays like he did earlier, he's totally gonna beat me.
Will we say...
You did win
will
last
we say
time.
at past? We'll meet again? Is that okay?
Yeah, if Andre is... Yeah, I'm fine with that, yeah.
4:30?
Then I've...
Okay,
Andre,
guys,
are you okay?
we can do it at half. It's up to you, really.
Okay.
If we want a short break, we can do a short break. I can eat, and it's fine with me.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
half past
that
4
would be
sounds
good,
good
yeah.
with me.
Okay, so see
Half
you in
4,
20
guys.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
Okay.
so
Cool.
I'm gonna say goodbye to our viewers. The stream is still on, and as you've just heard, the next match is at 4:30, scheduled for 4:30. It's between Andre and myself. It's the wild card for the Group B. So whoever wins this match now is not out of the tournament, but being moved to the 4th place of the Group B because we had so many dropouts there that we needed to fill the 4th place here. And thanks for watching. Hope you're gonna tune in for the match between Andre and myself. The stream should be up on Christoph's Twitch TV and
That's right.
Alex's Twitch TV as
Yeah.
well. It was 1 cent, I believe, is
Yeah.
the address. You can see it here now. No, yeah, content may be inappropriate. Okay.
Just ignore that.
Yeah, just skip the warning. Alright, so I'm gonna kill the stream. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed those matches today. 3 matches we had overall, and the 4th one is to come up. It will be streamed by Christoph and Alex, since I will be playing. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.